Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you'd like to go a step further, tap that notification bell. That way you'll be informed each and every time I'm uploading something new, honey. Yes, God. On my way to the gym. Just got off of work. I just need to get this cute little workout in, girl, because it looks like it is going to be pouring for the next several days down here, honey. This weather is a hot mess. Yes, honey. But make sure you guys are tuning in tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be having a conversation piece about global warming and this new recent report. You know, every, 5 to 10 years, every 5 to 10 years, environmental scientists from across the world put together environmental reports. And these are the same people that's been telling us for years, girl, that global warming is a threat. Hello, God. Girl, if you're not following me on Instagram, I posted a clip of one news report, and it goes in depth about what it is that these environmental scientists are talking about, girl. Humanity is on the brink of extinction, girl, and it is because of our own filth, our own greed and selfish nature. So we will ultimately be our own doing it. We've been talking about this for you. Can't say I ain't been telling y'all, bitches. We sitting around this world worried about shit that don't matter, girl. While we're fighting amongst each other, bitch, the earth is dying. And if you don't think she's going to defend herself, you're crazy as fuck. Why you think she's releasing 1,000-year-old viruses upon our motherfucking ass? Let me save that passion for tonight. Y'all make sure you're tuned in, honey. We will be live on the channel, okay? Yes, God, honey. Also, Sunday, we will be live. I said 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might go a little earlier than that. It just depends on how I feel. So, but, set your reminders nonetheless. We're going to be talking about, my new series. It's a mini series. Part 1 is about UFOs and aliens, girl. We've been planning on having that conversation for several months now. We're finally going to get to it, honey, okay? So, yes, God, make sure you guys are tuning in for that as well. We're going to get into some things, child. Yes, we are. The world, as we just spoke about, is in a very chaotic state. And I believe that the aliens are coming to bring, or I think they're concerned. And I think if we are willing, if we are evolved enough, and when I mean evolved, I mean get rid of that violent tick that we have that's so hell-bent on destroying things that we don't understand, things that may be considered more powerful than us. It seems like we have an issue with that, so we like to get violent. And I think that's why the aliens are testing us, to see if we're willing to, coexist with them, but also, can we take their help? Are we worthy of their help? But we'll get into that as well, guys, okay? All of it works together. You know how I do over here on the channel. Who, girl, I wanted to talk to y'all briefly about this show that I'm watching. It's called All American. It's on its season 3 right now on Netflix. I forget what network has it. Is it an ABC show? I forget. But it's a show based on, high school football. You all know, I don't know the first thing about no goddamn sports like that, girl. But I love the overall premise of this show. this show, it's supposed to be based on a true story, so that's what also makes it interesting. It highlights, black athletes and their struggle, and kind of touches on their story, the different things that they go through, not just on the field but off the field. And what I love about this particular, I don't know if Shonda Rhimes had anything to do with this, but the storytelling is good. The acting is, it's good. It's good, but it could be better. But I just love the overall stories that are told in here. This season they focused a lot on, Black Lives Matter, talking about, mental health and taking care of your mental health, and, substance abuse and addiction, and just, it goes there. And the plight of living in the hood and being from the hood. It shows a lot. And I love it. It's not just about football. For those of you that may be turned off by it because you believe that it's only about football, you're wrong. Please give it a try. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. I love that. One of the main things I love about it the most is, and that you'll see a lot throughout season 1, 2, and 3. But what I love the most is that there's a lot of camaraderie and deep relationships and open communication amongst young black men and black women. And I believe it's something that we need to learn in the real world. These men are able to, in the beginning, yes, there's pride. And that's what I love about the lessons learned here, is that there's a lot of pride and machismo, right? But then at the end, you have these young boys who are able to openly admit that they were wrong. They learned from their mistake. We are brothers. We can get past whatever little issue that we have. And yes, it's just like every other show. There's a lot of petty drama and bullshit and foolishness, but I think that is grounded in our reality as well. Like we go through a lot of dumb shit. You ever did some petty shit with a friend, child? Y'all ain't talk for a couple days, and then y'all come back later and be like, girl, I don't know why the fuck I was even, cussing you out for a bitch. Like, that shit was so fucking petty. Now you're friends again. I think we've all kind of experienced that in some way. And I think it's good for this generation to also learn as well. Because like we talked about in previous commentary, this generation doesn't know what it is to have meaningful, relationships that actually have longevity. You know what I mean? I don't know why they're not learning that, but I'm grateful. I have friends now in my life that I've known for many, many, many moons, girl. So I just feel bad for the generation because it seems like they don't know what that's ever going to feel like. But with global warming and, our own destruction, does it matter now? We'll all be dead and plunged into fire and death. So, girl, does it matter now? Anyway, that's what I really enjoy about the show. And I just wish our black men were like that, girl. I wish our black women were like that, girl. Like, to where we can just bear ourselves. The word embarrassment doesn't even exist. Let's just be real. And little do you realize, once you get rid of all the pride and egotism, child, you realize, girl, you got more in common than you know what I mean? What I love about this show too is most of the enemies actually become best friends in the end of it all, because they opened up and they realized that, girl, we got more in common than we thought. We're fighting each other because we're just alike, bitch. Now let's unify and utilize that great power. Hold on, bitch. And let's unify and get it in. That way we can become more powerful. We're powerful together. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, bitch. All right? Shit. But that's what I love about the show. And I love that it touches on a lot on social issues, but also issues like within, the community. It doesn't really touch on the LGBT that much. I don't think I remember an LGBT moment. That's why I'm kind of like, about the show. I need to see some of me in there too, but I don't need to watch all gay shit either. You feel me? Okay. There's a lot of people here, girl, for it looked like to be a fucking hurricane about to blow through this bitch. People will work in Florida will work out, girl. It don't matter. I was gonna say rain, sleet, or snow, but bitch, it don't sleet or snow here, so I don't think it'll ever snow again in the world after a while. With global warming taking over, I'm gonna keep plugging it until we get it through our thick fucking skulls that we need to really get our fucking shit together, bitch. But whew, girl, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, there's some things in here about the show that I don't like. And one of the other messages in here too is like, mind your fucking business, bitch. You know, sometimes we bring drama to ourselves and we wonder why we keep falling into these fucking pitfalls of life that have our ass choked up. Mind your fucking business. If it doesn't fucking bother you or hurt you or affect you in any kind of way, mind your business. Because there's a character in here named Coop. And girl, it's played by the actress Breezy. You remember the old girl from Philly Child? She was a barber, and they also had her on Empire for a while too. And you know what I want to say about this too? What really sucks is that in this show, they kind of depict her real life, but it's crazy how you're a hit, you're a star in the show, but in real life, your music career ain't took off for a damn. I don't know if you're talented or not. I don't follow you, but all I'll say is like, girl, you need to make that art truly imitate life. Okay. Shit, that's how it was for that boy, Hakeem or whatever his fucking name is. That's how it was for him too. You're more successful in your rap career on TV than you are in reality, girl. Like, anyway. Yeah, this Coop girl, she just could not like get her fucking shit together enough to just focus on her own life. She was in it with the gangs. She was in it with her friends, in it with her parents. This in everybody's fucking business. And then she kept wondering why bad shit kept happening to her. Spoiler alert, she gets killed at the end of season 3. Because she don't know when to just shut the fuck up and walk the other way. You've won, girl. You're winning. And how you stay winning is by fucking staying the fuck out of other people's business. Child, I don't know, girl. But there are a lot of wonderful moments in this show. I really suggest y'all get into it if you haven't by now. Have your kids watch it. And speaking of kids, child, another thing I hate about this motherfucking show is the fact that, bitch, all the actors in here are 25 and older, and it shows. I know black don't crack. That's the reason y'all got the role. But 3 seasons in, y'all still look older than the people who play y'all parents. I looked up their ages. The main guy in here who plays the role of Spencer James, this bitch is 29 years old. And then when you look closely, these people are makeup the fuck down. They have fresh haircuts, and you know they're throwing in, the kids nowadays go bald and go gray early, child. So I guarantee you they're dyeing the fuck out of these kids, these men, the grown-ass motherfuckers' hair, girl, and all kinds of shit. Like, you couldn't find like The Chi. The Chi was able to find kids of the age of the school they were going to. I cannot for a minute, especially this season at Crenshaw High, girl, every nigga on that football team look old as fuck. Y'all telling me you couldn't find actors that were actually in high school? Girl, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. But then again, I guess it would make sense because all the shit that's going down in the show, there's a lot of sex scenes, there's a lot of hoeing, there's a lot of drug activity. There's a lot of different things that only adults should be doing. But again, you are still high school in the show. And another thing too, a lot of these shows I'm noticing nowadays promote youth kind of being too independent to the point where there's no real adult or parental oversight. Like, and you wonder why your kid is drunk as hell in the bathroom floor on a Tuesday, girl, at 2 a.m. at their best friend's party because you fucking parents are too slack. You wonder why your kid is coming home at 2 in the morning cussing you the fuck out of your own home, bitch, because you're too busy trying to be somebody's friend instead of their motherfucking parent, bitch. You wonder why your kid is in the hospital. You want to know why? Because, bitch, they done snuck the hell out at 3 a.m. Girl, please, y'all better start putting the rule down, girl, and stop letting these kids tell you what the fuck they gonna do. But then again, global warming, we're all gonna die anyway, so does it matter? Anyway, love y'all. Let me go in here and work out, girl. Be blessed and never stressed. Drop that in the comments. Let me know what's the tea, girl. All right, bye. Before I leave this conversation about All American, I do want to bring up something that I forgot that I feel like is a very important piece to this series, and more specifically season 3, the most current season. They talked heavily about the effects of CTE in this series, and I really enjoyed that. You know, we've talked about CTE a lot on this platform, especially as it relates to the conversation pieces surrounding Aaron Hernandez, and most recently, I forgot that football player's name, but he killed a doctor and his entire family and then himself. I believe that was last year. We did a conversation piece on him as well. And it's just really sad. And unfortunately with CTE, which is, you know, like traumatic brain injuries, they cannot be detected while the person is living. You can't diagnose it until a person is dead. It requires them to go deep within the brain to discover that particular trauma, unfortunately. But I did like the fact that they talked about it. I think the NFL needs to start having more open discussions about this and taking, you know, better precautions to ensure that our men are safe and that they have a future. Because what really sucks is these men play all of these years, more than likely middle school, high school, college, pro, right? Many years, many seasons of getting the shit knocked out of you, bitch. You know what I mean? And girl, imagine you getting hurt, you retire early, you're living good, but then 5 years later, hello God, you blanket the fuck out, kill everyone in your house or your neighborhood or wherever the fuck you're at. You know, because we see the people that are suffering from this, 9 times out of 10, it's very violent how it ends for them. There's no mistake in that. There's been too many cases where these niggas have lost their fucking mind, bitch, and have hurt other people and themselves fatally. So we need to get a wrap on this, and I think that, you know, it was very important for the show to touch on that and also to speak to our young men about, like, you know, yes, this may be a dream. Also, I wanted to point out too, thank God I be remembering shit, girl. I wanted to point out too, it also touched on a lot of our black boys, more specifically that come from the hood, they truly depend on these ways out. They also touched a little bit on music as well, how a lot of the, you know, the gifted people like Coop in this show had to rely on music in order to see her way out of the projects, and how a lot of these boys had to see sports as a way out of the projects. And I think that really sucks. They provided a solution, and I loved how they showed the other side of it. Like, if we promote higher academia, education, you know, learning, instead of just pushing these boys to feel like the only way to become successful is to become a pro ball player, which I think is sick as fuck. It's a really deplorable way of thinking. And it's how a lot of these white men, you hello God, because every football owner is white. There's only like 1 or 2, and the question is, do they really own some shit? Hello God. We know that is a heavy, rich white space, and they come and they pluck our boys out of the hood and they exploit them for their talent to help better their fucking companies and situations. So that's why I really enjoyed the show, because they don't mind going there. Because as we know, the NFL likes to kind of like close themselves off away from controversy, girl. Especially when you have obvious fucking situations that affect their players in a major way. Girl. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in and bearing with me. I appreciate it. I'm just getting out of the gym. Bitch, I'm gonna go in here, take a shower, eat, girl, and go to fucking bed. Y'all be blessed and be stressed. Have a good day. Bye.